So, pro boxing referee Kenny Bayless has officially retired. He's at a point now. I didn't know at this time he's 73 years old. He actually looks good for his age. He's at this point in time. He's been in so many big fights and different things. He's probably at a level now where he just wants to relax and enjoy his life. Even though refereeing is, to some people, it's not that much of a job. It still takes up time with travel, and most of the time the traveling is probably what's But you get paid a great fee to do a job for a couple of hours, and sometimes you don't need to do that many fights. You probably just do one or two fights, just a main card. Sometimes if you're just at that status as a referee, but he's at that point now. He's gonna retire, but he's done some huge fights in boxing. Canelo versus Floyd. He did Floyd versus Pacquiao. He's done Wilder versus Fury. He's done Marquez versus Pacquiao. So he's done some huge blockbusters. It's not your average referee. But I didn't know he was that old, though. To be refereeing at that age now, I don't know, it's pretty legit. But he's probably going to move out the way, and they're probably going to bring some new guys in, some younger guys. Probably some guys who's already been in some fights that we've already seen and noticed. But a lot of times these referees, just get to a point where probably just not mobile enough. You know what I'm saying? 73 years old, that's a long time to be just out there refereeing, looking at certain things that's going on, and you know what I'm saying? Certain times you probably could just keep up with certain things, or probably just time to relax. I probably think so, because he's in good shape at 73. But he's been in some huge fights, though. If we look at the fights that he's done, and I've noticed in a lot of his fights, he stays out the way in most of the fights. I've seen him make a couple of mistakes lately, but I'll probably just blame it on age, because I don't want to be rude on certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because he's done a great job in a lot of big fights. But if we seen the fights that he's been in, most of them is classics, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple of referees that could have messed up a few of those fights when it came to certain things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these referees now, they getting in the way too much. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get like the NBA with some of these referees. They want to just do certain things to get in the way and make a name for themselves. But he tend to stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't be in the camera much. He'll literally be out of the camera angle on a lot of fights. So you won't even see him half the time. A lot of times referees do a good job, like Mills Lane, who was my favorite referee growing up. But Kenny Bayless, I'll put him up there. Just out of the things I've seen him do, because he could have messed up a few of those classic fights. But he stayed out the way, let those guys box, go toe-to-toe. I think he's very legit when it comes to doing certain things like that. It would have been nice if they would have had a few bigger fights, a few more bigger fights come together to see him refereeing, because a lot of these guys, they still do even though he's been making a few mistakes lately, a lot of these guys, they still worse than what he is. Stopping fights early and different things like that. I don't think I've seen Kenny Bayless stop too many fights early. I mean, he probably has, but not these memorable fights like these other guys doing. These new referees, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they just stopping fights when guys is not even bleeding yet or hurt. No knockdown, one knockdown, stopping the fight. Man, come on, man. Then you got other fights where dudes get knocked down 3 times, 2 times. Ain't nobody stopped the fight, though. But that's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. There's a lot of difficult things that go on in the fight game, but I feel like he hasn't had as bad as a background as most of these guys have. Especially these referees with these knockdowns lately. Oh my God. These knockdowns where guys is getting a long time to get up, and you know what I'm saying? 2 things Kenny Bayless ain't known for. He ain't known for counting slow. Not that I know of. And I don't know him for calling off a fight super early. Not like these other guys have. If he has, I mean, I probably forgot recently, but these other guys, I don't want to say that name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Man, they be calling fights early. I hate to see these guys hang around. These referees so bad, they make you think about wanting to be a referee. But he ain't like that, though. He's done a great job, especially in the Floyd Canelo fight. I feel like he stayed out the way. There was a lot of hype behind it. He could have made it to where, Canelo and Floyd was clinching a lot. They was doing a whole bunch of extra stuff, but it was a good fight, though. They kept it a fight. It wasn't really too much extracurricular when they started going crazy and doing certain things. Because he had a lot of rival fights. The fights they was sticking him in was rival fights. So it was a lot of guys, man. They was getting put in position to make themselves punch their way out the fight. Because a lot of guys, they'll try to lean on you the whole fight and do all these other things. But most of the fights he was in, guys had to punch. And he had those old school shoes on. He was the type of referee, he'll have those real boxing shoes from back in the day on. So I'm pretty sure he probably boxed or wrestled from back in the day. You can kind of tell. He's very active in the ring, got great movement. Sometimes he can move better than a boxer can, so. So I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of combat back in the day. But I'd like to see an interview from him. I haven't seen too many interviews from him. Probably gonna check one out. See what his background is. I didn't know he was up at age like that. He's done a lot of fights. Man, he could have hung it up. He could have hung it up a long time ago. He's at a level now where he's like, I've done everything. He has. The biggest fights that's been made, pay-per-view, box office, got his name on it. So, I mean, that's really all you can do. After that, it's like, can't do anymore. He got enough, he can retire and chill and do other things. So, that's a great job. But, glad to see him retire, you know what I'm saying? Go out on the shield the right way. He ain't had to go out where he was forced to retire or because of other reasons. So, that's cool. But yeah, that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.